I'm like, I'm like 1 minute late because they updated like I'm not gonna say they updated Streamlabs like hell, bro. Like super update, and I'm like, huh? So I had to figure that out real quick. My bad, y'all. I was only like 1 minute late, like I said. But what's good with it, bro? You here with it? And excuse me, we got a few videos to react to today. I'm gonna be streaming for a long time today. Not a long time, because I do want to play the game, but I will be streaming for a little minute today. You feel me? So, uh, Hammond was good. Cuisine was good. Marvel Comics was good. The Crimson Cookie was good. Wilson, the hand. What's going on, bro? No cap, what's good, bro? Um, Kane Life, what's good, bro? What's going on, bro? So like I said, bro, we're gonna be reacting to a few videos, man. Looking forward to it. Ghost, what's going on, gang? Good with it. Y'all like the stream for me? Like the stream, everybody, like the stream, bro. Like the stream. It's free. It's free. You know what I'm saying? How do you do that shit? How do you? Jordan, what's up, bro? So, also, I forgot to tell y'all niggas, I figured it out. I'm not gonna say what I figured out, but I figured it out. You know what I'm saying? I have the whole PlayStation 2 collection. That's all I gotta say. I have every single PlayStation 2 game. Well, not every single, but I have a lot of PlayStation 2 games and PS3 games on my laptop. Did you see what happened on Friday? Yeah, the PS. You talking about the PlayStation shutdown? I saw all that shit, nigga. I was tweeting about it and all that. You know what I'm saying? YouTube behind everything. You mean YouTube behind everything? I'm confused. I'm confused. How do you do that shit? I'm confused, bro. What do you mean by that? You said YouTube behind everything. What do you mean by that? That could mean almost anything, bro. I didn't even see it. I got online. Everyone. See, that's the thing, bro. I don't really care. I mean, PSN being down, that's cool and all that, but like at the time, like it's fucked up. But I play single player games, so I don't gotta really worry about that. Like I can still play my games. It's only the people that couldn't. It was only the people that don't that. It's the people that was game sharing that couldn't play their games because they couldn't restore their licenses because of the fact that the console the PSN wasn't working. So Lord Shammy was good, bro. But me personally, I could play my shit normally. Like I was good. Everything was lovely. Everything. All right, let me pull some stuff up. No, we got that VPN on, boy. Gotta keep that on, cause that's you know what I'm saying. Oh. When the fuck they dropping this? Hold on, this dropping today? Oh, this dropping on the 28th. What the fuck is Blackwood? What is Blackwood? Wait, have we seen gameplay of this already? I feel like I have. Hold on, chat. Hold on. We seen gameplay of this already, right? We have. Yeah, we saw gameplay of this already. That shit look crazy. Usually, yeah, Jordan Seaton said. Oh, the Wolverine trailer, bro. We gotta watch this. I gotta set my. I don't even gotta put on watch later. But anyway, we'll watch later right here. All right, so we got a few videos to react to today, bro. Like, damn, like I want to watch this first, the deep cuts panel. Want to see some GTA 6 gameplay, bro? We gonna get that. Just chill, bro. Coming soon, bro. Y'all gotta relax. Y'all niggas is impatient. But no, I feel you. I feel you. Don't we all? Don't we all? All right. Oh, let me tell the stream that the stream. Let me tell the people that we streaming. Hold on. This is gameplay. All right, Red Dead, I'm tripping. How was y'all day going so far? Yeah, on the face, right? I think we should watch that first, huh? What y'all think? I got the itis, bro. Legitimately have the itis. Nigga tired as hell, but I'm good. Let's see. There it is. Hey, nigga, we pulling. I said we pulling up. Jesus, that's how I know I'm tired. That's how I know I'm tired, bro. Hey, we streaming right now, bro. Pull up. All right, fuck that. That's over. You said they already. Yeah. So, should we watch the face video first? I don't know, bro. I'm not gonna watch the full deep cuts joint. Actually, let's get into that real quick. Marvel's Wolverine Deep Cuts panel, San Diego Comic-Con 2026. Let's go ahead and get into this. We might watch the whole thing though. I don't know yet, but kind of thinking about it. Let's get into it, bro. Let's just get into it. I wanted to stream earlier today so that way I could just get stuff done like videos and shit. So, you know what I'm saying? This shit not even in no type of HD. This shit is 480. Man, don't tell me my Wi-Fi not booming right now. I know that shit be acting a fool, bro. I know it be wildin'. Oh, it's good. New outfit for
Logan.
It's out today. It's already out.
Wait.
It's already out. Oh, the 28th. Why you didn't say that? Why you had to put it in separate messages?
You came
I forgot. Completely forgot.
I've seen things before.
Humans and mutants can't survive together.
Trailer's so fire, bro. But yeah, they already talking shit about the face. There's a lot of stuff they already talking a lot of junk about.
You were back.
I gotta see what Amazing Lucas said because he be saying some shit and that junk be crazy.
Of the future.
He don't give a fuck. That's why I respect him.
That's
my guy.
You belong here.
I'm ready for Wolverine, GTA, Spider-Man, Avengers. Yeah, it's a good year, bro. It's a great year. It's a great year, bro. For just nerds in general.
Most people I see clearly.
Incredible.
But you.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Yo, KR, thank you so much for the gifted, bro. I appreciate that. For the 10 jewels, bro. Big love for that. Salute.
Remember who you are.
Hell yeah, my boy. Definitely a great year. Better than great.
Just can't let a man rest in peace, can you?
Better than great.
Welcome, Marvel's Wolverine fans. We're excited to have you here. Please give a warm welcome to today's moderator, media personality.
Let me check this out.
Naomi.
Hey, do y'all want me to watch this whole thing?
Kyle.
Or like skip through it?
Hello, San Diego Comic-Con!
Oh, let me turn it up.
Are you ready to talk Wolverine?
I think I might watch the whole thing.
I'm Naomi Collin. I'm so excited to be in this room here with you all for the most hotly anticipated game of 2026, Marvel's Wolverine.
Very, very highly anticipated.
For
very
the next
so.
45 minutes, you're going to hear directly from the team at Insomniac Games, Marvel Games, and of course, the incredible talent.
Wait, how long is what? The video? The video is like 42 minutes, but the game, I'm not sure.
Helped bring this story to life. We'll be talking about Logan's journey, the friends you'll get to meet along the way, and it wouldn't be San Diego Comic-Con without a few surprise reveals. So without further ado, please welcome to the stage our panelists.
Hey. Got the claws.
You guys can have a seat. Yeah, we
Nice.
love you guys.
My boy Liam.
I have here with me creative director on Marvel's Wolverine, Marcus Smith.
Hi, everybody.
Narrative director, Walt Williams.
Hello. Great. The best.
Senior project director, Jess Reiner Reed.
I know, Jess.
The best.
Game director, Mike Daly.
Yep.
Executive producer, Eric Monicelli. The actor of Logan, your Wolverine, Liam McIntyre.
G'day, guys. You pumped?
Yeah, hey, yo, this game is gonna be crazy.
And for the first time on this stage, playing Jean Grey, the one and only Kritzia Bajos.
Yeah. Oh, she's playing Jean.
All right, I want to kick this off by talking, of
That's
course,
interesting.
about the trailer we just saw. I'm going to start with you, Mike. I want to know this Wolverine that we've known for decades. We've seen him in different iterations. We've seen him in animation, comics, movies, and of course, video games. But this is Insomniac's take on this character, this iconic character. When you look at that trailer, who is this Logan that we're seeing? Who is the Logan that you set out to create?
Who is this Logan?
Yeah.
Inside.
I can tell you. So we set out to create the ultimate Wolverine game, and that meant making sure we brought to life all the attributes that make this character so beloved. So our Wolverine, he's cynical, he's candid, he keeps people at a distance, not just because he knows he's dangerous, but also because he doesn't want to get hurt again. He's got a big heart, and that gets him into trouble.
And he smells.
So gameplay-wise, we prioritized claw combat because that was an essential part of the character to bring to life and to put into your hands. That meant leveraging his mutant healing factor, bringing forth his deep rage that bubbles up uncontrollably in combat,
4 or 5.
giving you enhanced senses so that you can track and scout enemies, so that you can sense incoming danger, and feeling his incredibly heavy skeleton as you try and push forth with animalistic strength. We wanted to make sure that Logan's character and personality came through in every action the player could take.
Mm-hmm.
Another really important element is his lost memories, and so you'll be peeling back layers of his
Terminator was
past,
good, bro.
but it's not an origin story. It's an all-new adventure that takes you all over the globe and is set in Earth 1048, which is the same universe as the Marvel Spider-Man games.
Which is clutch. That's what I'm saying. We already saw that Wolverine and Sabretooth are gonna be in New York at one point in this game. Maybe it's before. I don't know when it takes place. Maybe it's before. Maybe it's a prequel or something like that. Or not a prequel, but it takes place before. Before Spider-Man is even Spider-Man, or before Spider-Man is older. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. So we don't know.
You guys heard of
That's
that?
what I think.
So when we
Hopefully
bring
they
all these
mention
things together, the character, the location, the performances, the gameplay, it's all directed towards delivering a singular feeling to the player, which is, I feel like Wolverine.
Yeah. Exactly. Liam, one thing that we love about Wolverine is that he's incredibly intimidating, but at the same time, he's got a surprisingly vulnerable side. What surprised you most? Aw, he's just Wolverine.
Stop it. I'll pay you later.
That's a plan, right?
So my question to you is, what surprised you most about this version of Logan? And, as someone who's worked extensively in film and television, what was different about finding the character in a performance-driven game like Marvel's Wolverine?
Great question. Just before I get into that, I wanted to just, in front of all these people, take a chance to actually say thank you to Insomniac for trusting me with the coolest thing in history.
Yeah.
You guys like Wolverine?
Come on, bro. You already know the
Me
game.
too. That worked out great.
Just a dry crowd.
Not just because this story is one of the most exciting stories of Wolverine I've ever read, but because I get things like this, like I got my family here somewhere. Hi guys, wherever you are. I love you. And like, for example, my son, I picked him up from school, and people at the school were like, are you Wolverine? And I was like, why would you say that? Well, your son keeps saying my dad's Wolverine. And I was like, that's pretty wild. You probably can't see this, but like, I got this from him.
I can see it. Aww.
Love it.
That's Wolverine with his famous catchphrase, "Ho Bob," and that's Cyclops, boo, with his sound effect, zog 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 zog. That's what this means to me.
That's accurate.
That's what this means to me. So thank you in front of everybody that can't hear, Brian Horton, Weiser, and everybody. But it's because this story is so sick.
Those facts.
Like it's you
Facts.
and Walt and the writing team.
Like the stream,
they've
I like the
crafted
stream.
a story that I first found Wolverine with the animated series, Cal Dodd, that legend, right? And I've loved it ever since. Loved him ever since. And I've always wanted one story to be told that I don't feel like's ever been kind of investigated as enough. And you've told so much better of a story, Walt, than that. You and everybody, and there's so many twists and turns and stuff that like drops my jaw on the ground. You wait, there's a moment in this that I'm just, I can't wait for you to play it so bad. And look, in terms of like how it applies to like film and TV act, you're a famous TV star.
Okay,
right?
that's a little much.
Like how would, I feel like it's still the emotion, right? If it's on the page, it's on the stage, right?
Listen, acting is acting is acting. It's just a different medium for everything.
Well, that's the thing. It's like we did this for 4 or 5 years. You guys probably
Wow.
even longer. Some of you were gray, right? No, it's all good. I'm just kidding. It's a different thing. But like, it's a long form, like movies, a couple of months, whatever it is, but
To me, it's like cinematic movies mixed with theater.
it's the best.
We've got this beautiful big stage, and we're able to play with the height of our imagination.
And the sexiest costume.
The sexiest costumes.
You guys seen these
You had a
things?
I notice I'm falling asleep, bro. I gotta wake some. I need snacks or something. Hold up. I'm gonna watch this whole panel because this is interesting. Hold up. We in there now. Oh yeah, we in there now. All right. I ain't no niggas. Bathroom. Hell nah, nigga. Nigga said bathroom. No, nigga, I was getting. Who's cutting? Girl made fresh bread, like fresh bread from scratch. Oh, was cutting it. Oh, that's what we was doing. I got some fig preservatives. Oh, or fig preserves. I'm about to fuck this shit. This shit is so good, bro. I needed something to eat, like, to wake me up. I don't know why I'm sleeping, but I have the itis from. Oh, shit's so good, bro. Let's get back into it. My bad.
Burrito for breakfast. Good luck.
Tight.
The mocap costumes, yeah. Yeah.
No, they are like, I got one custom made, which is good, except if you eat like a pizza the day before, you're like, oh,
Oh.
well, I know about that.
It's the greatest bread I've ever tasted in my life.
I love your laugh.
Sweet, I love it.
Eric, Marvel has, of course, been telling Wolverine stories for generations and has been working with Insomniac closely over many years.
Yep.
When Insomniac came to Marvel with their particular vision for this project, what felt authentic to the character
Thank you, bro. I think it's just yapping.
and what excited you and what felt
Copy and
new
content.
about it?
I don't copy.
Yeah, so when Insomniac
Somebody
first
else
came to
shit
us and
unless
wanted
I'm
to
reacting.
talk about the character, we
put
really
my 2 cents.
dug into everything. We had a lot of
I don't care about
conversations
these things.
around his relentlessness, his emotional complexity, how he's sort of this reluctant hero, and he has a code of honor.
grow
And
up.
he, doesn't act out in a rageful way unless it's intentional. He uses his rage in an intentional way. And so when that sort of happened, we had a lot of like, all right, what are your touch points?
Next time, just
You
ban
talked about the animated series.
Yeah.
I'm sure all of us have watched it here. Everybody in the audience have watched the animated series. Yeah. Yep. Cool. So like everybody's got a different way to enter into Wolverine. It's a character that's over 50 years old, right?
How'd you get into it?
And then,
How'd you get into it?
How'd I get into it? Well, I was at a drugstore, Phase Drugs. I don't think it exists anymore. In 1991, and I saw a comic cover, and it had this little hairy little ball of fur, Jim Lee drew. So that, the X-Men comic from
Marvin, what's
1991,
good, bro?
and that was, yeah. All right, similar. All right.
Real fans.
Yeah, some real fans there. It's the old person here. And I got super excited about it. We talked about it more, our whole team, everybody at Marvel Games. We have all these conversations about it. But we were like, all right, that's cool. That's the history. Those are all the touch points. What can we do for Earth 1048? How can we make this new? What will we get into? So, we explored
Facts.
interesting new ways. We had this sort of Trouble Black story. How did Logan become part of this new version of Team X? And then also these relationships that you hinted at that I'm also really excited to see, like how it works.
I want to see how him and I can't wait to see how him and Sabretooth like react with each other and interact with each other in general. I say react with each other. Interact with each other. That's what I'm really looking forward to, bro. Like, do they have that? What type of relationship do they have? Like, are we gonna just fight? Are we gonna fight Sabretooth once and it's just that? Or it's like, I know they're gonna do some time jumping though, for sure. They're gonna do some time jumping. We know that. This is Insomniac. They're gonna do some time. There's gonna be some time jumping. So I'm just curious to see like what exactly is gonna be how their relationship is. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking forward to. And how the fuck did Jean get in the mix so early in this universe? How did that story? You know what I'm saying? That's another thing I'm looking forward to. Mm-hmm. Chilling? Hell yeah. Bar fight Wolverine versus the Sabretooth? You think it's gonna happen in a bar? I think it might. Might not. I don't know, bro. We will see.
With, Jean Grey and other mutants.
Well, speaking of Jean Grey, You know, Logan doesn't work in isolation, and whether he likes it or not, it looks like he's always being pulled towards connection, and one of those characters is, of course, Jean Grey. So I want to throw this question over to Walt. What role does Jean Grey or Jean play in Logan's journey at this point in the story?
Yeah, I mean, in a lot of ways, Jean is an unexpected ally that Logan never...
Ain't even gonna say nothing. Damn. Yep.
thought he would have. This is a Jean that we've never really seen before. She's been out on her own for, gosh, since almost the day that her powers activated, constantly on the move, discovering that there are other people in the world out there like her, people with powers, but not necessarily as fortunate because they can't pass as human.
So she didn't even interact. She didn't even get or interact with X-Men. Am I tripping? You know, Jean was in X-Men at a very young age, like a teenager. So I'm assuming she never even got to interact with them. This is a Jean, different universe. Well, you know, same universe as Spider-Man, but clearly a different universe, obviously. I never got to interact with X-Men yet, or X-Men team haven't even started yet. You know what I'm saying? So is she gonna be this age when she just magically get into X-Men? Are we seeing flashbacks of Wolverine with Jean right now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so she wants to give them what she didn't have. She wants to give them a home somewhere safe where they can just live their normal life.
Yo, streaming. Are you home? I sure was. Did you no, because I had to stream. But I left some saw the stuff that I left. I mean, didn't tell you. They ain't even tell you the plum stuff that girl made. It's like a cheesecake, but it's not. It's so good. She made it from scratch, and it's so fresh plums. Oh, okay, yeah, taste it. Fresh plums and everything. It's good. It's better eating cold. So that shit. You don't gotta do it, but get you some vanilla ice cream. Oh my god. Oh shit. 5 vocals. Oh yeah, you and Nate Blind. What? You said what? Hello? I got streamed though. I'll talk to you later. All right.
But there really is nowhere safe in the world for mutants at this point in time when someone like Bolivar Trask is out there. And that's how she crosses paths with this ruggedly handsome stranger over here who's willing to do just about anything. Yeah, I'm talking about
You're talking about Liam, or you're talking about Logan?
Oh, I'm talking about Liam.
Great animation team.
I mean, all of them, really. But that's where they cross paths, and she can't believe that this man, this stranger, is willing to do so much to protect people she cares about. Whereas on his side, I mean, Logan has spent as long as he can remember fighting for mutants who either can't or won't fight for themselves, and suddenly he meets this woman who's willing to stand up and do just that, not because she thinks it's fun or thrilling like some of his coworkers might, but because she actually cares. And I think these two...
Do y'all wanna read the comic book with me? Like live on stream? I have the video of the comic book, the prequel comic book. I have the whole video of that shit. If y'all want to watch it, or not watch it, but, you know, read it. I think somebody probably posted it or something too. So we'll go on YouTube and see if somebody posted it and read it or whatever. But we can do that.
Two lost and broken souls, they kind of find hope in each other through this, and it gives a little bit of a spark. And they don't know if it's going to be romantic or platonic. I mean, we know, but they don't know yet. And, you know, but they can tell that it's going to be transformative. And it sends them on this path that neither of them are really prepared to go on.
Yeah, and you talked about how Jean is kind of breaking down his defenses a little bit and breaking down his walls. So I want to throw this to Kritzia. We finally get to talk to you. What interested you most about her role in this story and, of course, her relationship with Logan?
Oh, there's so much that interests me about this. I mean, what everybody has said already, this is a very different story. It's beautifully nuanced. What I love is it's got an incredible human element. Yes, she's got her powers. She's had to be alone from an early age, but she can pass. And that can feel really lonely to be able to do that. And it might, some people might view it as, well, at least you can pass, but then there's so much whirling inside. And she has the burden of caring a great deal. And she thinks she's alone in that too. And she feels very responsible for this newfound family, that she feels she's the only one who can really take care of them. Listen, I'm an eldest daughter, first generation immigrant, so like I know what that feels like to care a great deal and to feel like the whole family hinges on me.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I definitely feel this element. And then when she meets Logan, it's like, hold on a second. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys have felt that where you can lock eyes with someone and who knows where that relationship is going to take you, but there's something there, whether it's a cosmic connection, you've been there before, you're going to be somewhere in the future with that person, but they're like, there's somebody here that I need to know better. And what's great about Jean is obviously she's one of the most powerful people in the room. She could see through his walls, she could see through his scars, through his wounds. And what I love about her is she's got courage. She doesn't use that or weaponize that for him. She uses that and just holds it for him and be able to be in that space together and say, hey, there's something that we have, a core desire to protect the people that we really love. What are we going to do about that? I don't know, but we're figuring this out together.
Yeah, I think they both have a really, really unique strength, but it's very different from each other, and they're both missing something inside them. And when they see each other, I feel like they can help even if they don't know it, they kind of...
There's a soul connection.
Yeah, they help. Like, Jean sees one thing that she's like, I can be more of that. And Logan he's like, well, maybe I could be more of that. And it's disruptive.
They worked out for each other.
It's disruptive.
It's just a different story.
But some of the best things in life are.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I just want to say, like, the connection that you
I just wonder how this future references, and I don't even know Jean's age in this in Wolverine. How old is she in Marvel's Wolverine? But right. I do wonder how this is going to correlate into the whole X-Men thing, because we're going to get something X-Men wise, future game wise, or whatever the case may be. It just wouldn't make sense for them not to involve X-Men in this, later down the road. So I'm curious on how that's going to go. Really curious on how that's going to go. I don't know, man. Interesting. Very, very interesting.
You guys had both a mocap, like on screen and off screen, you could tell immediately, and just the emotion you guys were able to bring to all of the scenes. These guys are both hilarious off screen, so on screen they're, serious, and, Liam's growling quite a bit, but man, off stage they are constantly making jokes with each other.
I have a large collection of growls somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
It's you've got videos on set that you can never ever publish.
Maybe when all this comes out, we'll see how much permission I can.
Maybe if there's some
I'm not
bloopers.
that goofy, I swear.
Yeah.
We had fun though.
Yeah. Relationships seem to be a huge theme, obviously, in this story and this game. Eric, Marcus, let's talk about Team X. Who is on Team X? We'd love to know.
Yeah, this is another thing I want to know.
Why is it so important to have them around Logan in this story?
Yeah, Eric.
Yeah. Oh, what?
We can start with Marcus.
Yo, chat, do y'all want to watch the prequel right now? I got a video for it right now. Somebody posted it. I knew somebody had posted it. We can do that if y'all want. Actually, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. We gonna watch that too, this winger. A lot of people made videos, bro. So many videos.
Hell yeah.
I don't know why this shit is doing this. It's not going into HD. And so fucking weird. Like automatically. Usually it's supposed to. All right. Probably in her 20s. You think she's in her 20s? Don't look like it. You think Jean is in her 20s in Marvel's Wolverine? Hmm. I don't think. I don't think so, bro. Maybe. Let me see if they even say anything. They don't. I don't think nobody said it. It's Jean. Yeah, there's no exact numerical age for Jean Grey, so nobody knows how old she is. James was good, bro. Yeah, nobody knows how old Jean is in the what is it, 1048? Nobody knows. All right, let's get into this, bro. This is the comic. This is Marvel's Wolverine, the prequel, basically. Marvel's Wolverine PS5 or whatever, the game, the prequel to the game, the comic book though. So that just released not that long ago. So let's get into it.
Hell yeah, Mandos, you're about to read Wolverine #1, the prequel to the new Insomniac game that comes out in September. Let's see what happens with Logan, or at least how they set the story up.
Yeah,
let's get into it. Somewhere in the Arizona desert, beneath a full moon, Logan reflects that this is the part of the job he enjoys the most, the calm before.
First of all, let's give my boy a shot. You know what I'm saying? New Republic Comics. Shout out to him. Let me go ahead and subscribe to him. Like this show. But the way he's reading this,
The violence erupts. Sitting alone on a rocky outcrop in tactical gear, he takes in the silence, knowing it won't last. The stillness before the screaming is always his favorite part. From above, Logan studies a heavily fenced compound containing what appears to be an old munitions bunker and an unmarked trailer. It doesn't look like much, but something about it feels important.
So he's
armed guards patrol the perimeter, while a truck bearing the name Trask sits inside the compound. Seeing the name tells Logan everything he needs to know before sunrise. Every guard below will likely be dead. Taking a drink from his...
like a million years old. That nigga like 300. No, Wolverine's like 200 something years old. Of course. We already know that, bro. Like, nigga, that's common knowledge. But late 20s, I mean, I don't know how old she looks. And she looked like she's about 30 something. Saying. Maybe because the actor is like 30 something. Whatever. So, but Jean looks like I hope she's in her late 20s. I hope that's the case. Mid to late 20s. That'll be cool.
Logan reflects on the aftermath of missions like these. When the dust settles, everyone always asks what happened, but the answer never changes. They did. Logan reunites with Team X, consisting of Sabretooth, Mystique, and Sunfire, under Nathaniel Essex's command. They're presented as humanity's first, last, and only line of defense for humankind.
Did he say Sunspot?
Last and under Nathaniel Essex's command. They're presented as humanity's first weapon, but the answer never changes. They did. Logan reunites with Team X, consisting of Sabretooth, Mystique, and Sunfire, under Nathaniel Essex's command. They're presented as humanity's first, last, and only line of defense for humankind. Before the assault begins, Logan radios Essex and warns him that the mission is obviously a trap, giving him one last chance to abort the operation. Essex calmly agrees that it's definitely a trap. Inside the Essex Institute in Canada, Nathaniel Essex drinks tea while explaining that Bolivar Trask knows how to lure mutants into the open, and let's save him some time by putting Team X right in its crossfire.
Yo, Merca, I didn't want to be the one to say anything, but yeah, I'm kind of frustrated. Not gonna say it is, but it is. I don't want to be that type of person because he's making content, he's doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? And I hope his channel blow the fuck up. Feel me? He gotta change the way he speaks. In terms of like, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, if you're gonna do that, just speak slower and clearer. Because it sounds like he's mumbling a little bit. But I get it. I get it 100%. Like, who the fuck am I? I'm not trying to be that person. But that's all I'm saying. It's nothing bad. I can still understand him.
Walter assures Logan that the intelligence they've gathered is accurate, even as Nathaniel urges him to convince Logan to continue with the mission. Walter explains that Trask erased every digital trace connected to the trailer, including security feeds and communications, while even agreeing it's a trap. Essex calls it something far more valuable, an opportunity. Watching events unfold through a massive digital display, Essex reasons that Trask expects Team X to strike from the shadows and is likely to bear overwhelming force. His answer is simple: meet overwhelming force with overwhelming force. Logan receives his final order: infiltrate the bunker, discover what Trask is hiding, get out, and don't let anyone stand in the team's way. Logan acknowledges the mission without hesitation. Sabretooth strides forward eagerly, while Mystique and Sunfire prepare behind him as Team X gets into position.
So this bitch ass nigga Sabretooth, bro, that nigga a hoe, bro. I ain't gonna lie. All them niggas some hoes, bro. I feel like Wolverine is gonna come back to the area where all these niggas are. Areas that his old team is at, clearly. And I think Wolverine ends up leaving in some shape or form. Maybe they're gonna let us know. And I think there's other issues that will be dropping. So I'm not sure though, but it should be. Merker, exactly. That's all that matters, bro.
Dropping into position.
A lot of people don't even have
as they move forward to the compound. Wolverine admits there's something wrong about this mission, and he asks Sabretooth if he senses it too. And then jokingly, Mystique says the only bad vibes we're getting are coming from you. Although Mystique dismisses Wolverine's concerns aloud, his enhanced hearing tells him that the others secretly agree. With their hearts racing, they betray themselves with uneasiness. Suddenly, Logan doubles over in pain, clutching his head as an invisible pressure overwhelms him. He silently admits to the others they have no idea how badly he's actually feeling. Dark shadows begin swirling around Logan as the haunting word "remember" echoes through his mind. His teammates watch in confusion as something buried deep inside him struggles to surface. The black tendrils intensify, wrapping around Logan, while the mysterious force continues pressing him to remember something long forgotten. Just as quickly as it began, Logan regains his composure, refusing to explain what happened. He insists everything is fine and orders Team X to move out, as long as he's the only one that feels that way. The assault begins. Logan charges straight ahead. Sabretooth rushes alongside him. Mystique advances toward the enemy, and Sunfire launches to the sky, engulfed in living flame. Sunfire attacks from above, raining fiery blasts onto the guards as panic spreads across the compound. The guards return fire as Sunfire dodges their attacks easily. Meanwhile, Mystique infiltrates from the west by disguising herself as one of Trask's own soldiers before turning on one of them from within. We see her shoot a guard as the other one looks in shock. With Wolverine's super ability to hear, he's able to listen to the enemy radios erupt with frantic chatter as the guards believe they're being attacked from multiple directions.
Chase, what's
As
good,
Logan
buddy?
listens to every transmission and realizes they're making one fatal mistake. Sabretooth tears through the defenders along the northern fence, revealing the truth. The guards think they've been flanked, but in reality, Team X has them completely surrounded. While his teammates keep the defenders occupied, Logan races towards the bunker entrance as his claws slide free with a shning. He knows exactly where.
You can't tell me that shit wasn't funny. Ching, ching. Hold on. I gotta rewind that. That shit funny as fuck. I'm sorry, bro. That shit was hilarious. Hey, this dude funny as shit. Hold on, listen.
Logan races towards the bunker entrance as his claws slide free with a shning. He knows exactly where he belongs when the blood fills the air. Logan crashes through the bunker doors in a shower of twisted metal. Within half a second, he realizes the mission has gone terribly wrong.
Yeah, I think
Frozen
G
in
is gonna be
place,
playable.
Logan
I do.
quietly admits he hates being right,
see that.
and we see him look off to the distance. The bunker isn't an ammunition depot at all. Instead, it's furnished like a lived-in home, with couches, bookshelves, a television, and signs that people have been living here. Trying to contact Team X, Logan discovers his communicator is nothing but static. Someone has cut off all communications. All he can hear is a
That boy got the
sniffing
sound
there.
effects going
Logan
crazy.
catches another scent inside the bunker. He's no longer alone as he begins to open the door and turn the handle. And Wolverine uses his super senses to smell what's beyond the door. He slowly opens the door, and when he opens it, he sees the unseen presence remaining perfectly still as the tension builds. And he knows they're perfectly screwed. As he opens up the door, he sees a green reptilian scaled hand and a young mutant girl, who then screams, "Please, don't kill me," as Wolverine has his claws straight to her. Logan finds not a weapon or a monster, but a terrified young mutant girl with green scales, red eyes, and tears of fear. His claws stop inches from her body as the horrifying truth sinks in. This wasn't a military bunker, it was a prison. To be continued. Hell yeah, Mandos. I know everyone's talking crap about Sony and Wolverine, but Insomniac Games has never let us down on gameplay. Sometimes their story beats aren't always the coolest, but you know what? It's their own universe, and they get to do what they want with it. Hell yeah. Stay tuned for more Wolverine action to come.
I think it was cool. I liked it. Decent. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to watch this. Wait, what? The upgrade system in Marvel's Wolverine is about to... Oh, yes. I'm looking forward to that. Customization and all that stuff. I'm looking forward to the whole game. Everything. All right. That being said, though, bro, let's watch. Hold on. Let's watch Blitzwinger, bro. Shout out to Blitzwinger. He said, Marvel's Wolverine story trailer breakdown. 50 plus details you missed. 50 plus details that I missed, nigga. Let's get into it though. I'm interested to see what the hell I missed. Sure, I did a lot actually. Let's do it.
Is incredible. What's
hold up. Don't know if 1440 is gonna work. I don't know why I keep on doing it. Hold up. No! Idiot.
is incredible.
There we go. All right. This should work now.
Incredible. What's going on, everybody? My name is Latour. Ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves a brand spanking new trailer for Marvel's Wolverine. And what a trailer it is. This time, it is the story trailer that takes center stage. Yes, literally like less than, 10 days ago, 15 days ago, we got that CGI trailer, which was absolutely brilliant, by the way. But now, bam, with the San Diego Comic-Con panel happening, they revealed the brand new story trailer, and there is so much to talk about in this trailer. I don't want to waste any more time before we get into the actual details and some of the things that you probably missed in this particular trailer. Of course, all I ask in return, guys, take a quick moment, leave a like on today's video, and also let me know down in the comment section below, what is your favorite reveal in the brand new Marvel's Wolverine story trailer? With all that in mind, let's dive on in. So the trailer kicks off in an epic way. And before we even talk about everything that happens in the trailer, I do want to point out something important here, because the very first sequence and the very first scene we see does say and confirm that everything in this trailer was captured on a PlayStation 5 Pro and is a mix of both gameplay and in-game cinematics. And the reason why I'm pointing that out is because the last trailer specifically said not actual gameplay, and because it was a mostly CGI trailer, all of us obviously assumed that some of the things we saw in that last trailer will probably not be in the actual final game. So just that distinction where everything that we're seeing here in this trailer seems like it is directly from the game itself, and hopefully it was captured on a physical copy. But with that in mind, let's talk about the trailer itself. So first and foremost, we get Logan and Jean Grey face to face here. And what a cool scene, because first and foremost, we get to see Jean Grey in a very classic green, kind of like darkish green and gold attire, which is a throwback to her OG attire. I love that. Obviously, it's a little bit more modern.
I wish it was a little... I like it, though. I like her fit. I like her fit. It's pretty cool.
to look more like modern, I guess, aesthetics for superhero clothing. But in general, I love that. I think that is very, very, very cool. It looks like this scene is taking place where there's either maybe like a helicopter or some sort of a technological piece of equipment that is pretty much behind Jean Grey for the most part in this entire shot. And it looks like it's probably taking place in Japan, just based on the billboards and kind of the coloring that we've seen so far.
Wait, so the story of the game, Wolverine, is about... The story of Marvel's Wolverine is about his past with Team X, his memory loss, and with Billionaire Trash. I don't know, because I think a lot of this, I think a good amount of this is modern day, not say modern day, present day as well. Like, I think a good amount of this is present day as well. I don't think it's just his past. You know what I'm saying? But it could, I don't know. We just gotta see. I'm not quite sure. You know? Not 100% sure. So we just gotta see. But there are gonna be some like I said, there are gonna be some time jumps. 100%. 100%. That's happening.
Or the Japan portion of the game, or the Tokyo portion of the game, I should say. So that seems to be the setting for this. But the most exciting stuff that happens here, beyond obviously just the confirmation that it seems like Jean Grey will have multiple attires as well, some paying homage to her classic looks, which I love. In addition to that, we see this incredible moment here where Jean Grey seems to fear Logan. We can see it on her face. They did such a great job of like capturing fear here, where you can clearly tell that she is kind of taken aback by Logan, where maybe he's the one that's like causing this whole crazy situation to occur here. And then when we cut to Logan himself, we can see that his eyes are literally what looks like almost like possessed or like rabid, which makes me then think about that interview that we got to hear from Liam McIntyre, who's of course the voice and the motion capture artist for Wolverine. He is the one that is portraying Wolverine in this game, where he talked with EW, which I made a video about that yesterday. But in that very video, I covered the fact that in the interview, he talked about how he approached Logan as almost like having two different kind of like personalities within one body, where he has his one human side, but then when he goes full on like feral, he becomes very animalistic. And so I wonder here in this sequence, maybe that is kind of proof of that idea and that concept, where Logan will kind of have a more calm, cool, and collected form. And then when he goes into this berserker form, it's like he kind of just loses control.
Yeah,
but
berserker.
Sometimes
basically,
maybe that,
somebody told me that he's mind control right there. I was like, I think he's just in berserker mode. You know what I'm saying? But it really go either way. Really go either way with that shit. Israel Lewis, yo, what's good, bro? Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Appreciate it. Rage mode, berserker mode, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Somebody, like I said, somebody said, I forgot who said that shit. Somebody was saying that, oh, he's being mind control. I was like, bro, that could honestly, I think he's just going into berserker mode randomly. Not necessarily randomly, but he's going into berserker mode in this particular. We just gotta see, because clearly the story is very deep. So, you know,
is what is required in order to make sure that him and the mission gets completed and so on and so forth. So I wonder if that's a teaser of that. The other theory, of course, here could be that Logan is possibly possessed by someone that is taking control over him. That's a classic sort of thing in video games, where, or not just video games, in comics in general, and in superhero stories, where when characters are possessed, the actual like color of their eyes and everything changes. So a very interesting tease there. I'm kind of leaning more towards my first theory, where I think that this is kind of like his berserker form or his feral form, where when he unleashes that form, he kind of loses control of himself, maybe can't even like remember what happens or something like that. That could be an interesting concept as well, because they did do that in the comics, in the Wolverine comics, oftentimes as well, where he would kind of like hide this feral form or berserker form, because he knew that once he unleashes it, is a very tough time kind of putting that genie back in the bottle. Next, we get a shot of Logan tearing this door off the hinges, and then it seems like it cuts to a man who Logan is seemingly rescuing, because based on the actual dialogue line here, we can hear this person saying, "Logan, you came back," and Logan seems very kind of startled by what he's looking at, where it looks like this long-haired man is sitting. He's bloodied, clearly, like his shirt has blood. There's blood down below the chair that he's sitting. So he's obviously probably been like either questioned or maybe like tortured by Trask, I assume here, just on the basis that when they pan back out, we see Reavers charging towards that same door. And then you can see the Trask Industries logo above. And if you look behind Logan in that one shot right there, you can clearly see that same man with the bloodied shirt sitting behind him. And then, of course, we see Logan getting lit up by tons and tons of bullets. And that sets him off and puts him into a bit of a rage as he's trying to dodge and block some of them with his claws. But again, definitely a really cool vibe there. And in terms of who that man is that Logan is rescuing there, I feel like, again, thanks to the prequel comic for Marvel's Wolverine, which I covered in yesterday's Marvel's Wolverine video, I think the theory, the running theory that would make sense, is that it could be Nathaniel Essex, because if you look at the design in the comics, again, same long hair and has a beard, or it could be the character that's right next to him, which would be Walter. So could be one of those two characters that is being rescued there by Logan. Next, we get this really bizarre shot.
This part right here is very tricky. Don't know exactly.
And has a beard. Or it could be the there by
I don't know
Logan.
who's controlling
Next, we get this.
I don't know who's doing this and who's controlling this. I don't know what's happening.
Really bizarre shot that feels the most kind of like ominous compared to everything else that we've seen up until this point for this game, because everything has been relatively grounded. Like, of course, yes, we've seen, you know, mutant powers from Jean Grey, or we've seen the fantastical forces of Wolverine or Sabretooth and things like that. But this looks very kind of almost like something that you would see in like a horror movie or something like that, like a weird sort of door frame with like broken wood pieces, and Logan's walking towards this. It also seems to be taking place in some sort of like a mansion. That immediately makes me think of the X Mansion, of course, but I don't know if that is the case or not. But a couple of interesting things about this is that we do hear Logan say, "I was seeing things from before," and that really immediately kind of sparked a light, because I thought about, once again, the video that I made yesterday talking about Marvel's Wolverine prequel comic, where in that comic, there's that one moment that I pointed out that was kind of horror-like as well, where Logan's holding onto his head and then just says kind of like the word "remember" across, and there's like this weird spooky shadow around him. So I wonder if those things are somehow like correlated together there, where there's going to be like an element of Logan trying to remember something during the course of the game. Additionally to that, another exciting detail that I did want to point out here is that that is a brand new attire for Logan, because we have not seen him wearing the jeans and white tank top look that is very famous in the movie Wolverine, X-Men Origins Wolverine. So definitely reminds me of the attire that he wore in that movie. So we do get what looks like a new costume confirmed for him. We do get a shot of Logan holding onto his head in game now, which again, if you watch my video from yesterday where we talked about the Marvel's Wolverine prequel comic, that almost looks like a one-to-one identical type of scene, where here he's holding onto his head in sort of like a pain, or as if something is like, you know, bothering his actual like mental state. And the same thing goes in the comics. So there's definitely some interesting parallels there. Then we get what looks like, honestly, almost like a straight up live action scene. Like, I'm sure that this is a cutscene, but I can't be the only one that feels like this almost looks like live action. It's incredible how detailed this one short snippet here is. He is once again wearing that white tank top in this shot, and we can see that there's some sort of a character sort of like reaching out at him. And then we get to see a shot of him with almost what looks like teary eyes, like as if he's got like a tear or something like that, as if this time he's the one that's horrified by what he's seeing. Because, of course, the trailer opens up with Jean Grey kind of looking petrified and scared looking at Logan. Here, it's almost like him looking at something that sets off some fear. And you'll also notice that one of the claws is certainly bloodied up. So did he do something terrible? Did he see something terrible being done? Obviously, this seems like it will be a very emotional moment in the story. What follows next is a shot of another Trask Industries truck pulling up to probably a Trask Industry base or something along those lines here. And we get another shot of Leech, which is super duper cool. So very cool to see Leech now making cameos in both the extended gameplay trailer and now in this story trailer as well. But obviously, he's being roughhoused here by one of the Trask Reaver soldiers. Next is one of the most creepy shots of this entire trailer. We can hear someone, by the way, narrating during this portion of the trailer saying humans and mutants can't survive together. And then we see Logan walking through what looks like water that is probably filled with blood as well, and just tons and tons of dead bodies all around him, which legitimately looks unsettling. Like, again, this trailer feels the most tonally dark compared to everything we've seen up until this point, but also like genuinely like this looks like, again, something that you would almost see in like a horror movie or something like that. It looks very, very, very uneasy. And on top of that, obviously, based on the fact that it looks like all the characters here have the same kind of like collar on their necks that we saw Leech had on, and the other mutants in the other trailers have on, I assume that once again, these are all bodies of mutants that someone has killed. Naturally, it seems like it would probably be Trask that has done this, but it just looks absolutely horrific. And this could certainly be one of those scenes that kind of sets off Wolverine, where we see him like with the tears and crying and having like this very visceral emotional response. I mean, seeing something like this would certainly naturally set him off. We then get a shot of this man right here, which honestly could be a few different characters. I suppose based on the line being spoken, humans and mutants can't survive together. And then it cuts to this. This could be Trask, possibly. Additionally to that, I could see this maybe being Nathaniel Essex with the shaved beard, or maybe like a flash forward or a flashback scene or something along those lines. So could be that, could be Walter as well, calling back to, of course, the Marvel's Wolverine prequel comic. We then get this explosive action sequence where it looks like Logan and Jean Grey are working together to rescue some mutants from a Trask facility. And by the way, the group of mutants that they're protecting here, once again, we can see a Leech is one of the characters that they're rescuing here. And you can even see Toad in the background as well. So very cool that we're seeing some more well-known mutants appear here as well. We then get a beautiful shot of a conversation, it looks like, between Jean Grey and Logan, where she says, "I've tried to keep them safe for so long," probably referring to the mutants, I would assume here. And just a really, really, again, visually really beautiful shot here of the characters. I genuinely feel like this trailer is the best as far as like the visuals have looked. Don't get me wrong, the CGI trailer is absolutely freaking brilliant. But again, that was a CGI trailer, whereas like this is from the game itself, and it looks absolutely brilliant. Like this shot right here just looks wonderful. We then get a really cool action sequence here featuring Wolverine, Sabretooth, and even Mystique. I love the fact that we actually get to see her like transform as she does this kind of like roll over this pillar here. She goes from what looks like a Reaver soldier, where I assume she was like pretending to be a Trask soldier, but then as she rolls over the actual barrel here, she transforms into Mystique proper, as we know for this particular game. I will also point out an interesting detail that I spotted in this one sequence is that Logan is wearing just his Battle Reborn attire, whereas both Sabretooth and Mystique are wearing their Team X attires. That's interesting in terms of the context here. Like, does this scene take place when Logan is not part of Team X, while Sabretooth and Mystique are? So just something that I wanted to go ahead and point out. And speaking of pointing things out, another thing that you might have completely missed, which is incredibly exciting, in this shot when we see both Sabretooth and Logan looking up at the Trask VTOL that is kind of hovering above them and is about to probably strike down, if you look in the background, you can actually see a very interesting building, and that building says Fisk. Yes, as in that Wilson Fisk, which is super freaking cool. That means that Fisk has an actual presence in, I assume that they're currently in Madripoor during this particular segment, but wherever they might be, it's pretty freaking cool that we have this connection to, of course, Insomniac Games' other Marvel universe or other Marvel character in Spider-Man, where Wilson Fisk has seemingly set up shop in this town as well. Then we get an absolutely brilliant shot of Logan spitting some blood and looking like he's ready to go ahead and throw down. Again, if you look at the visuals here, just absolutely brilliant, from like the details on the actual hair to the blood to just the ability to like capture that sort of like anger in his eyes and kind of like snarl, and just the way that he looks at Sabretooth, who, by the way, is this time not wearing the Team X attire. And interestingly enough, we do hear Sabretooth during this segment right here say, "I thought you were back." So obviously it seems like they're going to have some sort of a falling out, which is something I predicted before. Naturally, at some point in time, I fully see Sabretooth and Wolverine battling, because after all, most of the time, Sabretooth is a Wolverine rogue and a villain that has caused a ton of problems for Logan in his very, very long history in the comics and movies and animated shows and so on and so forth. So I just love the fact, though, that we see a traditional Sabretooth costume here, where he's rocking kind of the orange and black look, and he's even got the faux kind of not leather, fur, I guess, around the collar. Just a really cool design. Like, as cool as he looked in the Team X attire, this is probably my favorite reveal for Sabretooth so far. And it looks like the two of them are just about to throw down. And speaking of throwing down, the next shot we can see once again Sabretooth, this time rocking kind of Wolverine's look with the white tank top. And it looks like he's got Wolverine hunched over as he's kind of like screaming at him. So obviously some animosity and conflict between the two brothers there. But again, I just love that the story trailer already plants those seeds that we will most likely see these two kind of go head on and battle it out at some point. So very, very cool to see that. Speaking of cool, we get an amazing shot of the Sentinel and kind of like the arm. I just love the detail where it looks like his hand is kind of like morphing into this cannon form as it's about to go ahead and blast Wolverine, and he just barely manages to go ahead and dodge the laser blast itself. Next, we get a really cool shot of what looks like the man that Wolverine was rescuing earlier in the trailer, side by side with him, staring down what looks like an entire army of Trask soldiers and Reavers ready to go ahead and take them down. Now, a couple of details that I would love to point out here. Number one, Logan is wearing a completely different costume here than he did in the rescue sequence. So in the rescue sequence, he was wearing the Battle Reborn costume, and here he's wearing the Team X attire. So I wonder the, I guess, like placement of events here. Like, does this scene take place before the rescue, after the rescue? Also, the character behind him, clearly you can see the bloodied shirt, the beard, the longer hair. All of those details are definitely the same. Additionally to that, also, I have to say, definitely looks a lot like Troy Baker, because if you zoom in on the actual face and everything, it certainly resembles him. So that is something to go ahead and keep on the lookout for, I suppose. We then get this really wholesome shot here of Logan and Leech looking out to what I assume are probably somewhere the Canadian mountains and the Canadian wilderness out and about here, as they are in some sort of a, maybe like a giant cabin or something like that. It definitely looks like an interesting location, but it just looks like one of those scenes that is going to be really, really wholesome. Like maybe Logan telling Leech, like, hey, you're going to be safe now, or just something like that. Like, you know, it just seems like one of those kind of wholesome moments in the game. So really looking forward to seeing this one play out. We then get a shot of Logan looking at another character, and the dialogue that is delivered during this point says, that is why you belong here. And it's very hard to make out who the character is that's speaking to him here. All I could kind of point out here is that it looks like they're wearing some sort of like maybe a trench coat or like a business jacket or something like that, because you can see kind of like the white shirt color, and then maybe like long hair and a little bit of facial hair. So I suppose this could be Nathaniel that's speaking to Logan here, just on the basis of, again, in the Marvel's Wolverine prequel comic, we learned that Nathaniel Essex is the person that is going to assemble Team X. We can see Logan here is being told that he belongs here. So naturally, we know that at some point Logan will be part of Team X. So I feel like it's not the craziest idea here to assume that this is probably Nathaniel trying to convince Logan to join Team X. Then we get an absolutely brilliant shot of Logan on a motorcycle. By the way, a different motorcycle than the one we've seen in the original reveal trailers, jumping through what looks like this giant glass panel and doors, and he just drives on down. This seems to be taking place all in Tokyo, and it is an absolutely brilliant action sequence. Like, I just love the fact that this basically confirms that we will have multiple motorcycle chase sequences, because at this point we've seen at least 2. I would argue maybe even 3, just because I think they used some clever editing in the extended gameplay trailer, but at least 2 we have certainly seen. So I think that's really cool. So hopefully this will be a really fun segment of the game, and hopefully we actually get to like control Logan on the motorcycle through this. And the only reason why I'm saying that it feels like we probably will is because in this very scene itself, it seems like he goes ahead and actually battles against a hand ninja, where he's kind of like grabbing them off of a motorcycle and then driving them down into the ground. And again, obviously the sequence itself looks kind of cinematic, but I feel like this might be a hint that we will have some actual like vehicle combat. We then get a really cool shot of Lady Deathstrike, whom we learned about, of course, being in this game in the last trailer, the CGI trailer. But I do really like that we get to see her here as well, just in the sense that this is her actual like in-game character model and what she will look like. So I think they did a pretty wonderful job.
Brother tired.
Job to go ahead and capture that kind of like classic attire that she wears, while also giving her obviously the terrifying.
This bitch scary, bro. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. This bitch frightening, bro. That's her in '97, or just the animated series in general.
Claw hands and everything. So really cool shot there. This next section is absolutely bananas. One that has some massive implications for the story of the game. So first and foremost, we have this demon-possessed hand soldier that seems to be possessed by an Ogon mask, which we've seen, of course, before in the extended gameplay trailer. So they've teased that the Ogon mask and that whole possession sort of thing is going to be implemented in some capacity in this game. Well, here we can outright see a hand soldier being possessed by it. I also will explain further in the trailer why I do think that this is just a class enemy type that will battle and not outright.
Yeah, I don't think this is like a major boss. Maybe, but wait, is Jean wearing her fucking little? Look like she's wearing her you know what I'm saying? And I think this might be early on too, right? I think this is like early in the game. Jean's wearing her classic fit, kinda. And she got her eye shits on, like her little, you know what I'm saying?
Ogon?
It just looked
maybe
like
they'll just call this.
God damn, I just noticed he grabbed that nigga Wolverine and blah.
Ogon, but it'll be a character that'll repeat multiple times, because to me, it just looks like a hand soldier that is basically like possessed by this demon mask thing. It's also really nasty looking, because you can look at the actual like character design and it looks like it's kind of like a decomposing.
And Lady Deathstrike is back there too. I didn't even notice that either. Are they? Wait. Are they? Wait. Really
nasty.
Lady Deathstrike back there too. Do y'all think they was fighting Lady Deathstrike, or you think all 3 of them were working together? This is interesting now. Like they standing there like they like cool or some shit. See, now I'm stuck and confused. Now I'm like, what?
Looking, because
that's why I love trailers, because it's like
character
little
design.
things.
It looks like it's kind of like a decomposing.
Hey yo!
Really
Supergen, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it. Listen or else, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate that too. My bad, I've been falling asleep and shit like that. Niggas been tired. I went to sleep at like 2 a.m. or almost 3 a.m. last night. So
I almost wonder if this Ogon mask is going to bring dead hand soldiers to life. The other reason why I do think that this is a hand soldier is due to the fact that this is taking place.
You see that in the back too?
Inside of a hand building. So you'll notice in the background, the banner there once again has the hand logo. So that detail has been consistently present. Another thing, as far as the hand is concerned, that I would love to draw your attention to is actually the characters behind Logan in the scene.
I just said that.
When he's getting grabbed by this monster and thrown across the room, because in the background, we do see on the far left side, Lady Deathstrike. Now, if we watch the CGI trailer, and if you watch my breakdown for that, it definitely seems like it implied that the hand would be either operated or maybe just Lady Deathstrike would serve as like a general in the hand army or something like that, where basically
why would
she
be
working
looking like that,
alongside the hand soldiers. But
that don't make sense though. Like, and yes, she's definitely clearly like a general of the hand, or like, you know, in the game at least. But like right here, I don't know if this guy have anything. I don't know if this has anything to do with the hand, because she looks like shocked as well. Wouldn't she be attacking Jean if she was with this nigga and not like looking surprised that Logan's getting fucking grabbed and thrown out of the damn window? Like, you know what I'm saying? That just doesn't make any sense.
In this shot, interestingly enough, it looks like she was on stage with Logan and Jean Grey as well, by the way, along with another very suspicious item, which we'll talk about in just a moment.
Right.
But it's interesting just in the sense that, were they actually surprised and attacked by this demon monster, all three of them? Is Lady Deathstrike going to experience kind of like a transition from a outright villain to maybe an anti-hero, or maybe even an outright hero by the end of the game?
Thinking.
So just something to think about there. Also, Jean Grey in this segment does seem like she's actually wearing an eye mask as well.
Bro, I'm telling y'all, bro, I be noticing, this is what I be saying, I be noticing all this shit, bro. I be noticing all this shit, bro. Off the top, I'm noticing all this shit. I was like, yo, she wearing a little off the rip. Before he even said anything, I was like, is she wearing something like, ooh, I wear something? Angie, yeah, 100% excited for, super excited for Marvel. I said Marvel, for Brand New Day. Brand New Day is gonna be crazy. We're going to see that junk on Thursday, next Thursday. Oh yeah, Thursday coming up. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. But yeah, this is
which is super cool, because I feel like that's even more of an accurate kind of homage to her original costume with the green dress and the yellow kind of eye mask thing. So
it's got to be early on in the game.
That makes the cut, because I think that would be a really fun way to homage her classic costume, but obviously modernize it for the setting of this game. Of course. And then we obviously got to talk about the elephant in the room, or more so the big giant coffin in the center of the room,
who the fuck
because that certainly looks pretty dang intriguing. Now, as to what that thing actually is, it could be a slew of different things, just because there are multiple casket-like objects across the history of Marvel. So I'm not 100% certain as to what it is. It definitely seems like it has a sculpture of some character on the front of it. So that is intriguing. I guess you could also maybe make the case that it almost looks like a sword as well. So maybe it is something that there's a hidden weapon inside. It could be that there's someone inside of it. If this in some way, shape, or form implies that we will get the Apocalypse casket, holy moly, the ramifications of that would be so freaking massive, because as much as like I love the fact that they teased Apocalypse in the was it the extended gameplay trailer when we got that little spray paint of Apocalypse, which was really fun, but like that seemed like a really fun just like Easter egg. If this implies that we will get any form of Apocalypse appearing in this game, that would be absolutely bananas.
That would be crazy.
Would take the stakes of this entire story.
But that looked like a woman on a damn, I don't know. This is interesting now that I think about it. I don't think it's Apocalypse. It could be. I mean, that would be cool. That would be cool, wouldn't it? But I don't know.
To 100. So we shall see if that happens. But this sequence right here is certainly massive. Then we get a shot of Logan battling against a hand ninja. And this is an interesting area because it looks very similar to the same environment, kind of like some sort of like a traditional Japanese architecture to what we saw in the last shot. So I wonder if this is taking place in the same place, but keep in mind, obviously, Logan is wearing a completely different attire this time. He's wearing his leather jacket and jeans look, but it's also insane that we see Logan just cut off this hand ninja's arm, but then more importantly, another thing that's absolutely bananas, he is doing this entire fight while there's a katana stuck in his torso, which is just so
niggas in the back too. I didn't notice that. No niggas back there.
Brutal, but also freaking
other
cool.
Pieces of the hand.
Next, we see Logan in his incredibly freaking cool and exciting patch attire. Of course, we saw a glimpse of this suit in the extended gameplay trailer, but it's nice to see a full look at the costume here in his white tuxedo with the eye patch and all, looking very, very stylish indeed, along with also Jean Grey looking stylish, and once again, her green and gold dress here. I also like that this scene here kind of teases the idea of Logan and Jean Grey getting closer together, teasing the love story as well. So I think that that is very cool. Plus, we even hear Jean during this particular segment say, "Most people I see clearly, but you," and then we hear Logan scream, "Jean." But I just think the idea there is really interesting, that obviously they're already planting the seeds that there's going to be an actual love story between these two. Also, this is something that my buddy Caboose actually spotted in this particular shot of the trailer, saying that it's very interesting that it's Logan opening the door and the camera is behind.
Yeah, it seems like you're going to be playing as Jean. It seems like you're literally playing as Jean already. You're about to walk in as Jean. I guarantee that's going to happen in the game.
In Phoenix, implying that maybe, just maybe, this particular segment of the game will experience from the perspective of Jean Grey. Again, I personally would be surprised if she ends up being playable, but I wouldn't be surprised if we have a mission where we kind of like walk through a scene or a mission as her. I fully don't expect for her to actually be playable, but it would be really cool to experience a mission from her perspective, looking at Logan and kind of like taking in the world from her eyes. We then get another startled reaction here from Wolverine. I feel like this sequence is interesting just in the sense that A, they did such a great job of once again capturing the emotion on the face, but in addition to that, at the very beginning of this sequence,
his pupils are like,
it's also interesting because the light on Wolverine's face
maybe I'm tripping, maybe I'm
like
tripping.
Purplish pink, which we've seen that is going to be the power set for
something probably happened with
Jean Grey. So interesting that maybe this is kind of a flip of the beginning of the trailer where Jean Grey sees Wolverine and he's kind of like scared of looking at him. Here, it almost looks like he's looking at maybe her and he's scared of her. But keep in mind, the purple energy powers have also been exemplified by the Ogon-possessed demon. Next, we get a really cool action sequence where it looks like an explosion tears a hole in the side of a plane that the Team X is traveling in. And the only reason, by the way, why I'm saying it's Team X is because we can actually see their Team X suits hanging in the background there. So is this like a little bit of a teaser of like the Blackbird, you know, with the X-Man and everything like that? That's kind of cool. Reminds me of some of the action sequences from Uncharted as well, which would be an excellent thing, by the way. I would love to play something that is as cinematic as some of the sequences in Uncharted, but in this Wolverine game, that would certainly be quite exciting. But we also see Logan is trying to hold on and rescue Jean Grey.
Bro, the hand is OP.
Like
look at these niggas,
culprits behind this particular explosion and causing this whole situation is most likely the hand, because we also do get to see a shot of them.
Bro, I swear they be doing the most.
Lining away from that
they be doing
airplane
the most,
that they seemingly have gone ahead and attacked. So that should be a really, really cool cinematic sequence. Then we get a money shot here of Wolverine seemingly going toe-to-toe and is about to face off against Lady Deathstrike here. I love this shot, both for Wolverine looking very cool. I just, again, love the attention to detail here. Like, outside of just how cool the suit looks.
I want to see, when does Logan get this suit? Or does he already have it? He clearly got a, like, when did he get the suit? When did he get the brown suit? The brown suit is in here as well. They showed that shit. I don't know if that's going to be his first suit or not, but I want to see when he got this suit and when did he create this suit, or who created it for him, whatever the case may be. Like, how did this suit come along? You know what I'm saying? I'm really curious about that.
Here, just the detail on the actual like body in terms of like having like specks of dust and dirt and everything like that. It just has that kind of like rugged, grimy feel that you would want from a Wolverine game. So that looks cool, but it also cuts over to a shot of Lady Deathstrike looking very cool. I think this is probably her coolest looking shot in game here. And by the way, peep her weapon of choice there. She seems to have, once again, an energy charged sword there. Once again, we've seen that purple energy serve as both the color scheme for Jean Grey, but also Ogon. So interesting thing to keep track of there. Like, is there going to be some sort of a tie-in there between, like, does Jean Grey turn evil? Does Ogon come to the good side? Like, I guess we'll see how all of that goes ahead and develops. As far as what that sword could be, kind of made me think of, like, the Muramasa blade from the old Wolverine comics. could be also, I guess, maybe like Psylocke teaser here, you know, with her energy charged sword or something like that. So that's another thing that I did definitely want to go ahead and point out. Speaking of purple energy and powers, we see Jean Grey looking absolutely awesome as she's just walking forward with her telekinetic powers active. You can see her eyes are glowing, her hands are glowing with her energy, and it looks like she just literally just kind of walks like a buzzsaw and just massacres this wave of Reavers. Then we get this really incredible sequence where Omega Red literally yeets a plane engine, or what looks like a plane engine, at Logan as he tries to go ahead and dodge that. So this is probably part of the Omega Red boss fight, I would imagine. Also ties back into the plane sequence that we were talking a little bit earlier about in the trailer. So it seems like, again, as you start to kind of like piece these parts together, you kind of get a more clear picture where it looks like there will probably be a mission where Jean Grey and Logan are on this plane. They get attacked by the Hand. As it comes down, that is then when we will most likely probably have to battle against Omega Red. So you can kind of start to piece things together. Speaking of piecing things together, this is more so a case of probably pulling things apart, because we get a sequence of a team-up move between Logan and Sabretooth. So a little bit of brotherly love here from the two as they destroy a Trask soldier with Logan holding him up using his claws, and then Sabretooth just tears him apart with his claws. We then get another encounter between Logan and Omega Red, which does make me pause here in the sense that I wonder if we're actually going to run into Omega Red multiple times and like battle him multiple times, because obviously the area that they're fighting
either we're gonna battle him multiple times, or this is where Omega Red throws him outside and they end up outside or something like that. Something might be multiple parts of the actual fight itself. That's what's probably going to happen
against one another, with the engine plane being thrown at Logan looks different than this sort of like warehouse looking thing, and this looks different compared to the previous times that we've seen Omega Red appear in the other trailers. So it could be one of those characters that maybe we'll actually battle against multiple times over the course of the game, which, considering how freaking cool he looks, I have no problem with that. We then get an incredible sequence here that I think does such a great job of communicating just how much of a force Logan is to be reckoned with in this game, because we can see him battling, from what I could tell, 3 hand ninjas. And he's got one hand ninja literally pinned with his claws that he's kind of like tackling and pushing forward. Another hand ninja is on his left trying to go ahead and slice at him and damage him. And then he's literally got another hand ninja that has his katana stuck in Logan and is holding on to the katana the way that like Miles and Peter were holding on to Rhino in the Marvel Spider-Man games. Like in the Marvel Spider-Man games, we played as Spider-Man like the character holding onto Rhino. Here, it's kind of a flip of things where we're going to control Logan, and he seems to be the actual, like, unstoppable force that is charging forwards. They do an excellent job of cutting this last scene that we just talked about into this epic scene where we see Wolverine kind of diving through the side of a building with tons of hand ninjas flying in front of him, which has to be an homage to a classic comic book panel from Wolverine #2 back in 1982 that kind of recreated a very similar look.
Fire.
So I absolutely love that they, again, went ahead and took so much inspiration. And
I love when he be taking a lot of inspiration and a lot of stuff from the comics, bro, and adding that into the game is so fire, bro. Even in the movies and everything as well. I love that.
Different cinematic
it shows the real true love
behind from the comic book. So very cool to see that. Then we get a shot of Logan laying the smackdown on some more hand ninjas here. I love the environment here, by the way, because this was one of the things I said that so far, most of the times that when we visited Tokyo, it looked like we were going to only spend time in like Tokyo proper, like the city metropolitan area. But this right here looks a lot more like some sort of a volcano top. But in addition to that, more of the nature-y portion of Tokyo, which is really cool because I was hoping that would be the case. Also, another important thing that I want to point out during this segment and why I mentioned earlier when we talked about the Ogon-possessed character and how I said, I don't know if that's Ogon or if it's just that will be a class of the Hand that will battle. And the reason why I'm pointing that out is because briefly during this particular sequence in the trailer, you can once again see the character with the purple powered up weapon in the background, and it looks like that character is once again wearing that same Ogon inspired mask. So I'm guessing that will just be a class of enemy from the Hand faction that we'll be battling during the game. We then get an absolutely brutal looking shot of Logan as he's getting blasted by some sort of like an energy beam or something like that.
That shit is fucking nuts to this day. Like, that shit is just weird in a good way. It looks insane, bro.
That is literally tearing.
Yo, Witty, someone said the what? Or Death Strike's using? Oh, that makes sense. Johnny, what's good? What's good, bro? Venus, that makes sense. Okay.
Pieces of his skin away, and we can see the exposed adamantium skeleton down below as he's trying to fight against this thing that is attacking him. We hear the line, "Remember who you are," being delivered during this portion of the trailer, and we once again cut to a very feral and animalistic Logan. And once again, I will point your attention and point your eyes to his eyes, because they are once again, they have that yellow sheen that we saw in the very opening of the trailer when we saw him walking towards Jean and she's kind of like terrified of him, and then when he like startles, his eyes go back to like his normal hue. So I really do think that there's something to it in terms of either he is possessed by someone, and when he's possessed he goes into this like berserker mode.
That's possible. It's possible.
The more realistic thing, in my opinion, is that this really is kind of almost like a split personality element to his character, which they've done in the comics before, with him having kind of like that berserker rage mode. And when he goes into that berserker rage mode, he becomes somewhat uncontrollable and maybe can't even remember what happens during those sequences. And the last shot of this incredible trailer ends with Logan once again outside, it looks like, and he delivers the line, "Just can't let a man rest in peace, can ya?" And once again, he's wearing that white tank top attire, but a bit more of a, I guess, fun note to end the trailer on. Whew, that was an absolutely crazy amount of stuff to break down. I can't believe that this trailer is a minute and 50 seconds, but there was so much to learn from it. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed the breakdown. Additionally to that, I'm already going to let you guys know there's a lot of other exciting stuff that has been revealed as part of San Diego Comic-Con's panel for this particular game. Like, for example, we learned some of the voice actors who are going to be portraying some of the other characters in the game. We learned about a new suit, which is going to be fantastic. We learned about a bunch of other stuff, so I'll have another video for you guys to break down all the announcements from San Diego Comic-Con's panel. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed the trailer breakdown here today. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to be updated with crazy future updates. And of course, like I always say, I hope y'all have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. Peace out. See y'all later, alligators. Bye-bye, everyone.
Big love to Limitless, bro. You already know. Good with it. But yeah, it's so much that's going on in this game in a good way. Like, it's going to be so insane, bro. Like, the story is truly setting up to be something special. And I'm looking forward to that. Truly. It's gonna be a beautiful thing, man.
Hell yeah, Mandos. You're about to read Wolverine #1.
Hold on. It's gonna be a beautiful thing. Let's see what we got. Woke up to greatness. Man, talking about yourself? A Marvel's Wolverine story. What the hell is going on? We could watch that. Put that up in there. I might just react to that outside of the stream. Let's see. Your boy. There's another one. Oh, the face joint, the Amazing Lucas, right? So if y'all didn't know, people have been already complaining about the face of Wolverine and everything on Twitter and things of that nature, right? It's been a thing. It's been a well-known thing that's been going on. Shout out to the Amazing Lucas, bro. His other page is Amazing Animation, so shout out to this page as well. He said, "Why do Wolverine's faces look so off?" I can't wait to see what he has to say. My bad. Move my laptop. Can't wait to see what he has to say. This is gonna be an interesting video. And yeah, y'all get ready for this one, because I already know this shit is gonna be hilarious. Bruh, oh my god. Should I make my smoothie now or afterwards? Y'all make a smoothie now or afterwards, bro? Motherfuckers always come. Bro, I swear it gets spooky, bro. It gets real spooky. It gets crazy. I don't know if I should make my smoothie right now. I feel like it'll keep me up. The game looks great, but yeah, why does he look so much like Chris? Liam Hemsworth? No, he doesn't. He does not look like the Hemsworth brother. What? Common accurate look. I feel you though. I understand like a more rugged look, but there's moments where he looks very like rugged, like you know what I'm saying? There are moments like that. Like this picture right here. He looks like Wolverine, nigga. Faces that Liam was making, they look crazy. But I don't think he looked like. I don't think that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're gonna watch this. Let's get into it, bro. Let me make my smoothie first, though. All right, we're gonna watch this shit. This is gonna be interesting. Tired lately, bro. All right, hold up a second. Hold up a second. Let me make me a smoothie. Ah. Yes, sir. You already know whatever I ain't. I'm about to do this shit filthy. Oh my God. Who called me? Oh, never mind. Hmm? Hold up. What is this? All right. Let's get back into it, bro. Liam McIntyre looks like Hemsworth. Yeah, no, I don't. No, I don't see that. I don't see that. Clip where the pictures on the clip where the pictures on the floor with him and Jean, the picture makes him look like Liam Hemsworth. I don't know. All I know is that picture right there, though. Crazy. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it.
What's up, guys? Today I'm here to talk about the newest Wolverine trailer straight out of Comic-Con. And let me just say,
this is giving. I'm sorry, I had to pause it really quick. This is giving me a nostalgic feel of when Marvel Spider-Man and all that stuff was happening.
It looks good, okay? I don't know what to tell you. It looks good. Now, let me just be clear in saying that. It looking good and the gameplay actually being good are two very different things. I've already given my gripe about the gameplay and how it seems that Insomniac or I guess this modern day trend is to create games for like low IQ people.
But Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolytes.
For people who I guess are handicapped. It seems like that's what it feels like to me, that they're dumbing down the games to meet the lowest common denominator. And that's fine, right? That's fine. Platinum Games does that. But the great thing about a studio like Platinum Games is that, the floor is low, but the ceiling is high. And what I mean by that, yeah, you may have fun to pick up and mash and, cool stuff happening. But when it comes to like dodge offset, when it comes to combos, when it comes to certain things, that in order for you to master that it does require a high ceiling for gameplay, that there is some place to evolve. Insomniac Games is not known for that. They never have been. Damn. It just is what it is. Would I like for a new studio to be the head of Marvel going forward? I would love it, but that's, based off the leaks, we see that's not the case.
I don't know what studio though? What studio? What studio?
They're building up to do an X-Men game, to do, potentially a Venom game, even though I think that's scrapped, especially since, the voice actor, Tony Todd, RIP, Tony Todd is no longer with us. They seem to be the studio for Marvel moving forward. Having said that, I find it interesting that people are still complaining. And let me just say, before we get into the complaints, the killer shot in this whole trailer has got to be with his adamantium being exposed. That was awesome because you could see his eyeball looking out, and you could see his mandibles, all adamantium and everything. And that's something that even in the leaks, I didn't see any gameplay of. And I am just super excited because we know what X-Men Wolverine Origins did, where it was like complete, the skeleton, the rib cage and everything. I mean, his pants were on, but obviously we want his pants on. But the rib cage was exposed, the muscle system grew back, all that. Crazy. And that was back in the day. So I am genuinely looking forward to what they have to do now in 2026 with the system.
Yeah, like. This shit was ahead of its time. Way ahead of its time, bro. Like, way. Like, the shit that they did with this game back in the day, when it first dropped, oh my God, bro. This shit was way too good, man. Way too good, bro. Rocksteady, Yeah, Suicide. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they was doing with that, but yeah.
The technological advances that we've made, I'm excited for that because that shot looked amazing.
There's gonna be so many.
But to the complaints, people, instead of complaining about Jean Grey, right? Because that's what people were complaining about the first time, and I already said, listen, there's nothing to complain about. That's the actress, the face model that they hired. That's what she looks like. Yeah. I mean, it just is what it is. There seemed to be like this laziness in the industry where they'll do a facial capture of an actor that they want, and that'll be it. Because usually how it works, you still have to stylize the face.
Yeah.
What you have when you have these actors, you scan their faces, that gives the modeler a good base. That's what it does. Upon you having that good base as a good character artist, you should still mold the face to fit the character or to fit, whoever the person is and the traits and the attributes of what you're modeling.
I agree. No, that's facts. I agree with. That's how it's supposed to be, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? Like, I agree with that. Even Wolverine's movies, or even Wolverine's movie in game cinematics were good for that. It was next level.
You shouldn't just leave it as is, and then that's what it seems like, is going on right now, where they're just like, hey, we gotta get this out, use a face scan, go. That's what it seems like. And it's tantamount like in animation. If I'm using raw mocap, and I've been using raw mocap for Spider Combat, you don't use raw mocap and you just put it in the game, right? You just don't say, okay, I got the raw mocap, we're done. Because raw mocap, no matter what the game is, even in, Last of Us, and that's realistic as they come, there are still points where you have to tweak the timing of a punch or of a hit reaction or of a lunge or something. So not only the timing, but you also have to tweak the poses. Because as we are, humans, everyday lives, we're not moving as if there's a camera above us, right? So maybe our silhouette may not be as clear. We're moving for, whatever the action is. We're moving to be as efficient as possible. That is not the same thing as using that mocap in a game engine for a player so he can read a punch, or he can read, the telegraph of a punch, or, the punch feels good, it feels responsive. So there are things that you have to, at the end of the day, no matter what avenue you take to get, as realistic as possible, you're going to have to tweak it once you get in the game engine. And it seems that they're no longer doing that. They're just taking faces, animate, and just putting it in there. As I said, I find it hilarious that people aren't complaining about Jean Grey in the trailer, because I think it's just lighting, bro. The actress who portrays the face for Jean Grey, she has a strong nasal fold, right? And the nasal fold, in certain lighting, that can aid you a lot.
No, that's fact.
And I don't.
That's the only reason why I was saying, like, okay, in the game, she looks like she's in her, like, 30s, like mid-30s or early 30s, mid-30s, you know what I'm saying? In the game. So
I don't think they're taking that into account when they're lighting the characters. Because in the trailer, she looks amazing, bro. It looks like a different character altogether, but it's not. It's just the lighting is better. When you look at Wolverine, because that's who they're complaining about. They're like, oh, what is Wolverine? This looks horrible and everything. And the thing is, Insomniac is not good with realistic faces. They're just not. There have never been that studio to go to when it comes to a realistic depiction of a person. They're not good. They're not good with it. You have Sunset Overdrive. You have Ratchet and Clank. They're more cartoony in their strong points, right? Whatever the character artists that they have, they're not good with realistic depictions. It's just simple as that. And it's hilarious because I took a screen grab of one of the I guess a scientist or whatever in the trailer, and I ran it through AI. I was like, okay, make this a little more realistic, but make sure you keep it in a game setting. And it's night and day, bro. It's a lack of texture. It's a lack of lighting. They're not really good with the lighting, and you can see with the hair. The hair of Wolverine, it looks like fluffy. It looks like cotton candy. It doesn't look like real hair. It looks like it all has the same texture throughout his head, throughout his face, and we've all seen faces before. We know that's not the case. We know that the hair in your head is not necessarily the same.
Regardless, game about to be a banger. But let's continue.
Same texture on your face, and that there may be different textures throughout your hair. That there's a lot of intricacies and detail that just this studio doesn't have. I don't know what to tell you.
off.
What?
We see this with Spider-Man 2, with the litany of things, the loop-de-loop, how they automated a whole bunch of features. When it comes to attention to detail, Insomniac is not the studio you go to.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Insomniac seems to be the studio you go to put out slop. And when I mean that, I don't mean by, to be derogatory, but when I mean by slop, I mean it's something that is safe and that it's fun and that is widely consumable. And those are great things, from when you're looking at P&L reports. Those are great things when you're thinking, not necessarily of the player or the consumer, but you're thinking of, hey, as a business, it's going to sell, it's going to have mass appeal, and it's not going to, break the bubble of innovation. It's going to play it safe, and that's what Insomniac has become, and that's what we're getting. Everything from graphics, everything from gameplay. It's safe, wide appeal, and it's fun. And, it is what it is. I would argue that if you're looking for, the next generation, Insomniac isn't it. You're looking probably at Naughty Dog, just if we're going to be honest. You're looking at Naughty Dog, you're looking at Rockstar, you're even looking at Rocksteady. Insomniac is not...
I don't know about Rocksteady yet. Like, Rocksteady's different breed. Don't get it twisted, but, I mean, what have they put out? You know what I'm saying? Like, recently. Huh? You know what I'm saying? Now, we already know Rockstar is the number one. But, come on, bro. We don't know what Insomniac is about to do. They probably about to do some crazy shit. So, we just got to see. We just got to see. That's all. We just got to see. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Not that studio, and they never have been. So we have to accept them for who they are. It just is what it is. I hope they maybe do a deeper dive, as we get closer to launch into the gameplay, and giving us a sense of what's available, what we can do, maybe give us a little hint of the regenerative ability of Wolverine. But as right now, I'm genuinely excited for the game. I mean, this is the last time we're going to be getting discs, so we might as well get the disc of Wolverine. I really wish they had a better edition of a deluxe edition, maybe with a Wolverine claw or a statue. But I would rather that than a bunch of digital skins. Like, come on now, I miss the days of a statue. And to be honest with you, it seems
that I agree with. Yeah, I agree with that.
They're putting more money into this than they had with Spider-Man 2, and that's weird to me because if you take into account their setup for Wolverine, they got Wolverine like this. They have like rocks and everything. They have a full setup, right, where people can go and take pictures. And if you compare that setup to Spider-Man 2, it was Miles and Spider-Man and a little Venom head, bro. It was the most jankiest thing I've ever seen in my life. But I guess, they're like, hey, we spent $300 million on this game and y'all gave us a crap story and boo-boo gameplay mechanics. This is what you all get. So I found that to be interesting. But overall, it looks good. It looks good. You can't deny that it looks good. It looks fun. I'm excited to play it, of course. And I hope it is fun. I hope it is fun. I'm not expecting them, to, like I said, to reinvent the wheel or do anything innovative. But I'm expecting at least bare minimum a fun experience. It's unfortunate it's not going to PC because I would love to see the mods of all the suits and the skins and, but it is what it is. Anyways, that's my take on it. Let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe. Until next time, guys, keep animating.
No, this wasn't a bad video. Okay, Boondocks. But this wasn't a bad video at all. I mean, he kept it a stack with himself. Like he told us his opinion. And I respect it. I don't got really much to say. I mean, he feels how he feels. You know what I'm saying? But everybody, you can't make everybody happy, like he even said the game is still gonna be good. So yeah, shout out to Lucas, bro. I mean, he's gonna say what he want. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna say what he want. But yeah, y'all let me know down in the comments what y'all think about what he said and what y'all think about the faces and things of that nature and gameplay, whatever, just the game overall. How do y'all are y'all excited for it? Because you already know your boy is. So Hell yeah, bro. Yeah. Yo, Slim, thank you so much for the gifted, bro. I appreciate that, yo. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But yeah, bro. I'm out of here. I'm not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving. All right. I might. Ooh, I want to watch this. I might watch this outside of the stream. I slick want to play the game. That's what I want to do. I want to play the game. I could download. Nah. I really don't care. I really don't be. Wait, I really don't be caring what nobody say. I'm still buying. Yeah, we still buying the game. We on that, bro. Shout out to Insomniac, nigga. We watching. We playing the fuck out of this. That's automatic. I think I already put that in the save later. So, right. I think I might stop streaming, y'all, cause just so I could like play the game. Excuse me. That smoothie hit, boy. That smoothie was fire. I'm about to start a party on PlayStation, bro. I'm about to just play the game. I haven't played the game in here in forever. So, yeah. Bro, I appreciate y'all for pulling up to the stream, though. I will set up a GTA stream soon. Probably tomorrow. But I'm going to upload some videos and stuff, so. Yeah, y'all just, yeah. Look out for that shit, all right? Look out for everything. Make sure y'all follow me on social media like Twitter or on X and Instagram for like updates and stuff like that. And yeah, I'll catch y'all later. And I'll upload a video. All right, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. You can join the party if y'all want to play on PlayStation because I'm definitely about to start that. All right.